Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Brandon from Flesh and Blood Brothers. Got some Vynnset spice for you today. So we're going to go over the new hero and what cards from Monarch and Crucible are readily available for you to start thinking about. So Vynnset's the new Shadow Runeblade hero. At the start of your turn, you're going to banish a card from your hand. If you do, create a Runechant token. So any card will create the Runechant. Let's remember that. And then whenever you play a Shadow non-attack action card, you can pay a life, and if you do, the next Runechant effect that would deal damage can't be prevented. So what that means is if your opponent's at 1 health and you have a Runechant, you win the game. They can't do anything about it. So this also interacts with the ward mechanic. If your opponent has a field full of ward effects, this one Runechant is going to destroy everything with ward on the field. So all spectral shields, all the angels, all the angel allies, they're all going to be wiped instantly with this one effect. So pretty potent in certain matchups for sure. And then Vinsset also has the Flail of Agony. Once per turn, you pay a life to attack, and when it hits, you create a Runechant token, and it costs 1 health to swing, and it does 1 damage. So basically, your turn is going to be non-attack action, attack with go again, flail. So you have a Runechant from the flail left over. At the beginning of your turn, you're going to banish a card from your hand, and now you're going to start your turn with 2 Runechants. And don't forget the Phantom Banshee. Sorry, I don't have a picture for it, but the Rune Gate cards that she's going to get in Dusk Till Dawn, you need 3 Runechants for the Phantom Banshee, so you're going to start your turn with 2. So pretty easy to build that up and throw big attacks from your Banished zone. But let's look at cards that are already available that you guys should be thinking about over here. So I pulled up an old chain deck, and I just got some attack actions and some non-attack actions we should think about. So, of course, you got the Aether Iron Weave. Whenever you play an attack and non-attack, you're going to gain 2 resources and go again. Bloodshea Skeleton, if they ever bring it back, there's hope, maybe, question mark. But that is currently banned, but it could come back, you never know. But your next card costs that much less to play for each Runechant you control. Grasp the Arcane, of course, 2 armor with Battle Worn, and you can create Runechants at a cost based on how many Runechants you have already. Spellbound Creepers are going to be key. You get it now. Since you can pay that life and have that Runechant be unpreventable, you're always going to be doing arcane damage on your turn, so you can keep your creepers around longer and longer throughout the game. And then Vixen Quillhand on demand can create 2 Runechants. So those Rune Gate abilities are... So yeah, like we said, if you hit with your flail on the turn before, you're going to start your turn with 2 Runechants, and then you can crack your Vexen Quillhand and have 4 Runechants at the ready to open a big Rune Gate and throw a big attack for free. So that's pretty cool. Some cards that are going to be... Okay, here we go. Some cards that are going to be useful. I don't know why this won't show up. Why is this so messed up right now? Okay. Blessing of the Occult comes from Dynasty. At the start of your turn, destroy this and create 3 Runechants. So similar to that Vexen Quillhand, this is going to be a Rune Gate opener on demand. You should definitely have this card in your mind. Bounding Demigon, Shadow Runeblade attack. It has Blood Debt and it can be played from Banished Zone as long as you play a non-attack action card that turn. So of course, you're going to be playing a lot of those. So that's going to be a 0 for 4 coming out of your Banished Zone for free. Consuming Volition. Since you're always going to be able to do that arcane damage by paying 1 life as you need, when that hits, they're going to discard a card. So this is going to put pressure on your opponent to block with cards from their hand, or they're going to discard a card from their hand. Dimenxxional Gateway from Monarch. You're going to opt 3, which is great. And then you're going to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Runeblade card, you can deal 1 arcane damage to each opposing hero. And if it's a Shadow card, you banish it. So this is going to get your Rune Gate cards out of your deck and into your banish zone. It's going to do some damage. And the Opt, don't sleep on Opt. Opt is very, very good. Drawn to the Dark Dimension from Arcane Rising. Costs 2, but it costs 1 less to play for each Runechant you control. Remember what I said. You're going to start your turn with 1 or 2 Runechants almost every turn. So a free for 3 and draw a card, pretty good. Guardian of the Shadowrealm. This is a defense reaction. It has Blood Debt, and you can pay 2 to return that from your banish zone. Return Guardian of the Shadowrealm from your banish zone into your hand. So you can kind of go more of like a OTK or combo situation where you're just going to cycle Guardian of the Shadowrealm repeatedly and build up Runechants without attacking and then go off. Mauvrion Skies. It's gonna be that non-attack you play to give you that effect on Vinsset's hero ability. And it's going to give your Runeblade attack that you play from your banish zone go again. If it hits, they create 3 Runechants, which opens up a Rune Gate, and you can throw something else crazy for free from your banish zone. So I think you'd be playing 9 of in Vinsset for sure. Meet and Greet. So it's a 1 for 4, blocks for 3. If it hits, you create a Runechant token. Cool. And if you've dealt arcane damage this turn, Meet and Greet gains go again. So like I said, with Vinsset's ability, you pay 1 life, guaranteed arcane. This is going to be a 1 for 4 on hit. Create a Runechant, go again. Good card. Piercing Shadow Vise. Something you haven't seen in a while. It's from Monarch. You can play it from your banish zone. And if you've dealt arcane damage, it gains +2. So it's a 2 for 6 from your banish zone. Obviously, you'll be doing arcane damage from your ability. Good card. Rattle Bones. Banish any Runeblade attack from your graveyard, and you can play it this turn. If you've dealt arcane damage this turn, you're going to be doing that. You can play it as an instant, and if you played it instant and it has go again, you're going to gain an action point. We call that the Phantom Action Point. Read the runes. Enough said. Reduce the Runechant. You're going to end your turn with a Runechant floating from the flail hit. So this is going to be a 0 for 4 defense reaction that creates a Runechant. So now you're going to start your turn with an extra Runechant. Perfect. Revel and Runeblood. Majestic from Everfest. It's just good. Rift Bind. So it's going to be playable from your banish zone, and it's going to gain +X, whereas the number of non-attacks you've played this turn. So you're going to play a non-attack no matter what to turn on your ability. You're going to play this for 4, and you can Creepers in another non-attack to buff us to 5 in like the reaction step. So you can deal some sneaky leak damage and then get a Phantom Action Point from playing that non-attack at instant speed from your Creepers. Come on, man. Rip Through Reality. It's from Monarch. You can play it from your banish zone. When you've dealt arcane damage to an opposing hero, which you will, it gains go again. So 2 for 4 with go again from banish. All right, let's go. Rune Flash, just pretty good. Go wide if you need it. It costs 3, but it costs 1 less resource for each Runechant you control. You got Vexing Quill Hand. You got these other, like a Mauvrion Skies hit that creates 3 Runechants. Bam, 0 for 4 go again. So it's going to happen. Runeblood Incantation. You're just going to have 3 turns in a row starting with an extra Runechant. So Vinsset's ability, flail hit, and this, you're going to start your turn with 3 Runechants, and you can play your most expensive Rune Gate cards right there. Shadow Puppetry. Awesome card. Non-attack. Gives an attack action go again. +1 and go again. If it hits, you can look at the top card of your deck, and you may banish it. So if you have a Blood Deck card on top of your deck, get into your banish zone, you're off to the races. Spellblade Assault is an honorable mention. It's just a solid create 2 Runechants. You never know. Runechants are powerful here. Another honorable mention, Sutcliffe's Research Notes. Probably has never been registered in a tournament deck list. But what you do is you pay 1, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you create a Runechant for each Runeblade attack action card revealed that way. and you put the cards on back on top in any order. So this can help manipulate your deck to get that top card to banish the good Shadow Blood Debt attack from Shadow Puppetry. The combinations are endless. Do not sleep on Opt and abilities like this when you're playing when you're playing a Blood Debt heavy deck. Swarming Gloomveil is an excellent target for Rattle Bones, and it's just a very good card. It's a 0 for 4 with Go Again. Enough said. Cryptic Crossing is a sneaky one. This one you kind of just have to let sit in your arsenal for a bit because you have to pitch a non-attack and an attack from your hand, and you're already going to be banishing a card from your hand at the beginning of your turn, mandatory from Vinsset's ability. But the first time it deals damage, they discard a card and you draw a card. So might be worth the setup. And yeah, Mauvrion Skies. Dread Triptych. It's a Crucible Majestic, but hear me out. You're going to play a non-attack each turn, create a Runechant token. You're going to deal arcane damage each turn, create another Runechant token. And if it hits, you create a third Runechant token. So you're setting up your next turn. You're attacking for 4, and you're also setting up for your next turn beautifully. Invert Existence. This is a sneaky instant that you can play from your banished zone. You're going to banish 2 cards from the opposing hero's graveyard, and you're going to do 2 arcane damage to that hero. It's just good. Seeping Shadows is a non-attack that can be played from your banished zone. This is the blue, but it gives an attack action card with cost 0, +1, and go again. This is great with Bounding Demigon. And then Shadow Verser, of course. You can play it from your banished zone. And then if you have an extra card with Blood Debt in your hand, you can banish it and give this go again. Beautiful. And also, there is, of course, Howl from Beyond. So this is playable from Banished Zone as well. Costs 2, but it gives your next attack action card. So that's going to be your Runeblade attacks, your Shadow Runeblade attacks, and any generic attacks you may include in your deck, +3. And it has go again, so you can creepers this in for that phantom action point, of course. So there's plenty of stuff already available to make Vinsset do some cool things. I'm sure she'll get a supporting cast of non-attacks and attacks as well with that new Runegate ability. So I'm pretty excited to pick up Shadow Runeblade again. And of course, we cannot forget about the old trusty Art of War, because we have a lot of cards that can be played from Banished Zone in our deck and in our hands, so we can banish that to draw 2 cards, so it's an extra +1, and give our next attack go again, go super wide, go crazy. So you got to be super excited about that. And of course, Carrion Husk, Carrion Husk. 6 block, 6 block, 6 block. So, hope you guys are excited about as Vinsset as I am. You know, Chain was more busted, to be fair, but Vinsset does open the door to a lot of these, if you've dealt arcane damage abilities, no matter who your opponent is. So, I'm pretty excited to see how it shakes out in the meta. And I'll see you in the next video.